What's up, guys? I'm gonna do this secondary video. I've been talking about basically how to set goals, setting goals for 2025, but I wanted to share something with you. This one's a real estate training, a real estate video. And this is about real estate too. Like a lot of the big problem, especially for real estate, for myself, is I listen to like a lot of business people. I have a business, I'm a fund manager, I got to manage funds, we have to raise money and close deals. But when I'm thinking about what that looks like, so you may be a passive investor. How do you set your targets for being a passive investor? But that passive investor like for if you were to invest with us at Bell Capital, you're an investor now. You have a certain amount of units, you have a certain amount of money, you have a certain expectation, right? So you should know how me as a fund manager goes to set my goals to grow the fund for where it is that we're going. And you may be interested in investing with us, you may be interested in doing it yourself. I just want to share with you guys how I do it, right? So for me, when I set goals, this is my goal I'll just share with you my goals for 2025. It may stretch into 2026. Typically, I'm not good with putting a timer on my goals. I set short term targets, but I really push because my goals are big, right? So, number one thing I'm doing for 25, my goal is to pick up 1,000 units for 2025. In my mind, that's going to be roughly about $300 million worth of real estate. It's closer to 400 million because most of the stuff we look at is about 400,000 plus a door because we're in California, right? But this is what I want. This is the goal. This is like, dude, here's what I want. I know I'm going to do this. I'm not asking anybody for permission for it. I'm going to go buy $300 million worth of real estate, about 1,000 units. That's how that's going to work. So when I break that goal down, what do I need? Now, I don't have, I can show you, I don't have $300 million sitting in the wind. That's not how this game works when you set a goal. It's really, I want is a better statement to what do I want in 2025? What do I want to achieve? What do I want to have in my life? Like, but it's still a goal. So I'll express what that looks like. So when I break that down, I'm like, all right, $300 million. I know I can get 60% of this from a lender. Bank's going to give me that. I don't have to worry about that. The other 40%, that other $120 million that needs to be raised, that's where my partners are coming in. So when I think about what I need to do to get this, because this right here, I can go get the debt. We can go to any like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, a life insurance company. That's how this game works. And again, I'm talking about what I want, how I break down my target. So if this is the goal for me, this is the target. Now I just got to ask myself a question. Who's done that? Has anyone done that? Blackstone has done that. BlackRock has done that. They raised billions of dollars. So that is a small number. Like in the grand scheme of things, they won't even listen to who I am, right? But I'm sharing that with you because it's like, who's done it? I just need to know that it's been done. Because if somebody else can do it as a company, we can do it as a company. The money's out there. There's no shortage of money. There's just a shortage of courage, confidence, and the balls it takes to go out there and do it. I have them. And I want to invite you guys to play this game too. So, like, when you think about if you're a real estate investor, or maybe you're not, maybe you're like, I'm going to buy a bunch of businesses, but I'm going to start an equity fund and we're going to do that. So it'll be private equity. Doesn't matter. This is the breakdown. This is my goal. I'm going to buy $300 million worth of real estate. $300 million. I'm raising the whole $300 million. I got to raise the 60% of that as well, right? $180 million has to be raised. The $120 million has to be raised from partners. So what do I know I need to do? I need a network. I need a network of people. Can you just read that good? Because I'm just going this way. So yes, it's been done before. Now, number one, I need a network. Who? I need brokers. I need lenders. I need investors. Investors. Boom. I need people who also maybe want to be partners. I don't know. I'm riding sideways. I'm committed to this thing, man. But like I just break down what is my goal, what is my target, right? Because I know I have to do this. Then I'm like, okay, what do I need? I need to put a network of people together, man. People that I can they're either bringing me deal flow, or I can be like, hey guys, I got this deal. Take a look at it. I love this deal. I'm gonna go do this deal. Do you guys want to take a piece of this deal? You want to invest money with me? What's up? That's the important piece here. All I start doing is piecing it together. I know we need to raise 120. I know we're going to need the other 180. And has someone done this already? Yes. Find out who's done it, what they do, How are they doing it? So I have a little bit of backdrop. Now, granted, I've already done all this. I already have the fund. We're already raising money. I'm already having deal flow. I already am building a network. I'm just sharing with you why I'm doing it. But I have a very specific number coming into this year because I've been waiting for this year. I've been talking about it a lot that this is going to be the massive opportunity we've been waiting for. All right. So next, you're just going to break that down. For me, like if you're going to break down into the target. So let's say we're going to do 250 units in Q1. Boom, 250 units, Q2, so on and so forth. So we already got that. But I get it. This right here is probably going to be, I don't know, let's just say it's going to be 80 million. Let's say we can find an $80 million deal. Probably not going to happen. Let's just use that for round math. I can go 100 million. That's fine. Let's go 100. Let's go 100 million. Let's say I'm going to find a $100 million deal and it's going to be 250 units, whatever. It's going to probably be around that anyway. So let's go 100 million. Clean that up. $100 million. Boom. I already know I'm going to need to raise $50 million. You know, it's going to be plus some fees, but this is the target. How are we going to raise $40 million? Right? Right now, if you're an accredited investor, for example, let's say you're an accredited investor, you have 225, 200 and 300K. Let's go 300K. I need roughly about 150 people to do that. Right? 150 people, gotta give me what I want. Somewhere in there. So if we go 300K, I go 300,000. Roughly, it's really about 160 people. I can go 100,000 each, 100,000 each to do that deal. I need what? 400 people. We can go, if I wanted to go all the way up to 50 million, I can go 250K, 250 people, 250 people. I can go 500K. And now I moved away from the 40. I'm talking about $50,000, $50 million, right? Right. So either way it goes, I can continue on with this activity all the way up and through, man, because this works. All I know is I'm like, shit, we'll stick with this one because this is more realistic to me. Like $325,000, 160 people somewhere in there. That makes sense. That's kind of our target right now. So what I do, we're talking about this because this is math. This is target math. It's all math. This is how all wealthy people, companies, they all sit around where everybody talks about KPI statistics, stuff like that. It's just math. You got to hit your numbers. But, and I learned this from my mentor from over at 10X, the 10X community. I've been involved with that group forever. Grant's a great coach. I watch Ryan. I watch Andres. I'm an investor. I'm a limited partner in one of the funds. So I see what's happening, which is I'm just modeling success, guys. I've been doing real estate for 20 years, but to go where I want to go, you got to watch people, one, on the mountain in front of you, and you got to look at the top of the mountain. Companies I study, it's Equity Residential with Sam Zell. I study Blackstone with Steve Schwarzman. I study BlackRock, Larry Fink. I'm studying the greats. So I'm not just, this isn't one of those weird things where you're just trying to figure it out. And I'm getting to this because I wanted to share with you guys. So let's say, for example, I need 150 people to invest 300 grand, hypothetically, right? Let's just do that number. But for me, I know I'm probably going to have a 5% success rate just having those conversations. If they're qualified, if they love real estate, if they got the money, if they're accredited, whatever. That means I need a list of investors, of people interested, of 3,000. So if I need 150 people that's a 5% success rate, closing rate, whatever you want to call it. I need a list of about 3,000 people. That's my target. This is the new target for marketing. That's my new marketing target. I got to figure out how to get 3,000 interested leads. Now, they're not all going to be in. They may be interested in real estate. They may be interested in whatever. But at some point, I know I need to get 3,000 people somehow interested, engaging with me, watching what we're doing what we're doing. Every time I make videos, every time I do a post on Instagram, on Facebook, every time I do an article on LinkedIn, I'm doing that because I'm drawing in traffic, I'm marketing, I'm getting leads, I'm getting attention, I'm getting somebody to say, dude, I see Victor all the time. I love what he's doing. I want to find out what he's doing at Bell Capital. I have money I'm interested in investing. That's why I do what I do. So don't get confused. Just like you guys, I'm human. I don't always want to be on YouTube. I don't always want to make 100,000 videos. I don't always want to do all these posts, but I will do them. One, because I'm committed to my purpose. I'm committed to my target. What was my target? 1,000 units, $300 million worth of real estate. And I know that I need to find enough people who are interested in investing with me and build this network. You cannot build a network without being out there and getting known and doing your marketing. But to get the people involved, and then we're going over how to set your goals, how to set your targets as an investor, whether it's buying units or investing in real estate or being an investment, an investing partner, like a passive partner or a limited partner. This is all the same. So if you want to know how I'm going to achieve my goals and how you can be a part of what I'm doing, maybe you want to be a part of this 150 people, or maybe you only have 100,000. You want to be a part of, the 500 people that I need, or the 1,000 people that I need at 100,000, whatever that is for you. But this is what I'm doing and how I break stuff down. So when you see my motivation, like, dude, how's this dude have so much energy? How does he keep on grinding it out and hustling and working? Like, this is why I'm 100% committed. Number one, to find 150 people with $300,000 that are interested in investing in real estate, great real estate, all that stuff with me passively, and they want to get to the top of the food chain with us. That means at some point, I need 3,000 people to see it, be somewhat interested, click a button, watch a video, do our stuff to filter into this 150 people, right? Or 500 people, or 1,000 people, whatever that is. So this is how you want to set your goals and targets. Number one, find out what you want, whatever that is, and make it measurable, make it a number. If it's, I want, I can't say I want to buy $300 million worth of real estate. That $300 million is a measurable target. Now I break the target down. Okay, how much money am I going to have to raise? Well, $300 million if you don't have cash. So 60% of that's debt. The other part is the other equity piece, $120 million come from my partners. Is there enough partners on the planet to do that? Yes. Is somebody else doing that? Yes. How many people can I break down the $120 million into? Got it. That's a lot, right? Because if you think through this isn't a one-time shot. I can be like, hey man, that's only 160. I mean, we just went off of this with like 40 million, 50 million. But it's like, hey, that's 250 people at this. I can do this more than once. Now I can raise money over and over again because these people don't go away. This amount of people doesn't go away. But the math, the I'll be honest with you, 5%, a little heady, 5% of the 150. But if I were to take that and go, okay, fine. Let's say I only believe if I need 150 people, let's go. I think maybe 2%. I'm gonna need 7,500 people, 7,500 leads. And it don't matter. All they got to do is be interested. That's why you see me doing this. Hey, get my free IRA book. I don't know anything about IRAs. I don't sell IRAs, but if you say, hey man, I have an IRA, Vic, I'm interested in converting my IRA money into real estate. How do I do that and not get penalized? That's why we have the book. Why? Because that guy has some money, that person or that guy or lady has some money, and they're like, dude, I want that. That's a lead. That's a way for us to be like, hey, how can we deliver a service to this person? Because I'm going to do this regardless, and I want to do it with you guys. My product is better than your IRA or your retirement account or your 401k. I promise you. Real estate always is. So this is how you set goals. This is how you hit a target. So if that's the target, boom, we have a target of 3,000 for 150 people at 5. This is at 2%. Really, I think 2% is better. Now, that doesn't equate for how many times I'm gonna have to call this person. I probably got to call the person with $300,000 on this list. I probably got to call them 5 to 8 times to just get a call back. And then once I get a call back, just constantly touch bases with them. That's why I'm like, hey, Friday, 2 p.m., we're having a Zoom, an investor Zoom. Let me show you the deals we're looking at. Let me show you how it works. Hey, we're having an event at my office. Hey, check out this video I made going over how it works to be able to invest with us. Hey, do you want me to show you the paperwork, walk you through this stuff? Somebody on my team can answer your questions. The whole purpose of this is what I said in the beginning. This is how you set a goal and set a target and hit it. I've always done this. Like when I used to just do years ago, dating it, like we buy houses signs. I had it in my head. I'm going to put out 1,000 signs and I'm going to keep doing that. I spent the money on the signs. I banged them up. If they came up, I put them back out. At some point, I got the phone to ring. Every couple of days, the phone rang with a motivated seller. This is no different. Every couple of days, Someone that's motivated, that's interested in investing money in real estate is going to be like, dude, I see you all the time. I love what you're doing. I love what you want to do to help level the playing field for everyday investors. Let's at least have a conversation. That's all I care about. I don't care about you investing. I care about talking to you, having a conversation with people, and inviting them on board for what we're doing. Why? Because I'm serving my purpose, man. I want to help people get invested in real estate. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and you need this investment. This you need you if you are thinking about it, you owe it to yourself and your family to get started in real estate, whether you do it with me or somebody else. So, if you have your own goals, figure it out. What are you trying to do? I made another video on that. It's like, what is your cash flow target? Like, let's say you have a cash flow target of $25,000. Boom, I was going to write a comma right there, right? It's the same math, except you do it backwards. You do it off the returns. So if you wanted $25,000, if you want to make $25,000 in passive income, you divide that by 5% because that's the target return we're giving our people. You would have to have, yeah, $500,000 invested. Boom. That's what you need to be focused on. So now you know. You're like, hey, man, this is the target now. I need to make $500,000 and I need to invest it in something at 5%. Boom. Now you just break that down. You start working. Boom. I have 100K I want to invest. I have 250K I want to invest. I have $300,000 I want to invest. Whatever that works out to be. So slowly but surely it all adds up to $500,000. So you can eventually get $25,000 in passive income and cash flow for yourself. That's the goal. Then you just simply go, dude, is there someone on the planet getting $25,000 a year in passive income? Of course there is. Of course there is. If you have a business and you are making money, that's your earned income. Your business, you're pushing on it. You got employees. That's work. I'm talking about taking your hard-earned money out of the bank or out of your retirement account, whatever it is that you've made, and you push that into to something that pays you passively, and you structure it. Go, look, my goal at some point is to get 5% on my money, right? So that's what my goal is, to make $25,000. My target, if that's the target at 5% on a return per year, is 500K. I need to dump it into something. So now you know what you're working for. So now every time you make some extra money, you dump it over into an investment. You make 100K extra, boom, dump it over, invest it. You make 200K extra, dump it over. Before you know it, you're going to have the amount of money that you need to get invested is 500,000, and this money is going to start coming in. Boom. And then you start raising the game. You move and say, hey, what would it be like if I dumped in another 500? Boom. Then I'm getting 50. I start getting 50K a month, 50K a year, right? Yearly. What would you spend $50,000 extra on a year? Period. Like, think about that, man. That would be awesome, right? That's almost like you start getting like $5,000 a month. What would you spend $5,000 a month on? If you have $5,000 a month, passive, you didn't have to work for it, you invested it, your cash flow is now buying and paying for certain things. Now you start thinking differently, man. That starts paying your mortgage, car, whatever it is that you were going to use your earned income from your business or whatever you were going to do, you can now use that from your passive income. But this is how you are going to set your goals and targets for 2025. I look at it from a real estate standpoint and business standpoint. How do I expand and scale our investments, right? For my partners, for my investors, and get Bell Capital to where I want it to go, right? So when I think about that, I'm like, hey, 1,000 units, that's my goal. And then I broke that 1,000 units down. I showed you guys how that will work. And then I'm like, hey, my first quarter, let's say we only do 250 units or 200 units, whatever, and I'm going to buy it at 100 million. Now what do I do? Hey, what's the target for $100 million? We need to raise 40 million, somewhere around 40, $50 million. How do I do that? $300,000, $500,000, $250,000, $100,000. How many people do I need on my list? How many people need to be interested? Well, if we can get 150 people at 300,000, that's close enough. Let's do that. Got it. How many? I'm going to show you. I'm sorry, I'm talking through that, man. Always show. Out of 150, man, if I can get 5% of those people to just say, yes, that's my 150 people, I need 3,000 people on our list. Let's start calling those people. Let's email them. Let's text them. Let's invite them to an event. Invite them to a Zoom. Or if I have like a less great list, if it's a broader list, if these people also like dogs and they like investments, it's going to be a harder phone call. But My team has to get through that. We have to get through it, but we got to know, hey, 2% of the 7,500 people will say yes to us. Get on the phone and call. Let's start, get through as many no's as we can to talk to the people who are going to say yes, because those people want and they're going to appreciate what we do for their families. Why? Because those people are probably looking for this. And I know that's you. I know you're like, hey, dude, I want to get to a place where I'm making 25,000 a year passive income aside from my business, not working for it. Well, I just showed you both. I'm showing you how I'm doing it, how I'm going to get to the units to be able to pay my investors. And I just showed you how you can be a part of that, which is crazy. I had no intention of doing that, but it came out that way. So this is how I set goals and targets for the year for myself, for my company, for Bell Capital, so we can do this together. I can't do this by myself, man. Like I just said, I'm not sitting on $300 million as a target or as a goal. So that said, that I don't have that money, what do I need to do? I need to go make contacts. I need to go shake hands, kiss babies, talk to you guys. Hey, man, how liquid are you? Are you interested in investing in real estate? Do you love real estate? Do you want to see what we're working on? Even if it's not now, take a look. I want to be a resource for you guys. I want to be your go-to real estate guy. I want you to pick up the phone and go, Vic, I'm sitting on 300,000, man. What should I do with it? Should I invest it with you? Hey, I want to wire this money over, and as your next deal comes up, I want to throw down in that. Like, that's my goal for you guys. My personal goal for everybody I talk to is, just let you know, just being fully transparent. I want to get everybody that invests with me up to about $1 million. I want you to have $1 million invested in Bell Capital. Why? Because I believe if you have $1 million invested, you're going to be getting about $5K a month, right? In passive. That's what I want for you. Passive cash flow. And I did a lot of writing, not necessary, right? But that's my goal, man. It ain't gonna happen all at one time. Maybe 100,000 here, maybe 50,000, 75,000, 200,000. You may have a spike in your business and be like, dude, we came in $250,000. I'm gonna push that over to real estate, and that money starts to do. But my goal is to get you here. My goal is to get as many people to have $1 million invested with us as possible, and that's huge for me. I only share with you my 1 year goal. My big goal right here is to become a billionaire, and I can't become a billionaire if majority of you become multi millionaires with me. I'm just the guy that's going to be doing the work, and my team and I are going to be working our asses off to make sure you guys get passive income and all the benefits of being a partner. I want to disrupt the way investing in real estate's done. And I want to do that with everyday normal people like you guys. Instead of using institutions, banks, pension funds, family offices, they already have this stuff. I want to do it with the Sallys and the Bens and the Bobs of the world, and people like you and my sister and my mom and my dad and like all of my friends. Like, that's what I want. That's my goal in life. That is my purpose, my duty. When you guys see me say wealth is my duty, wealth is my duty. Like right here, can you even see it? You see, I'm gonna move the camera a little bit. Boom. When you see wealth is my duty, I'm not talking about my wealth is my duty. Wealth itself, creating wealth for you is my duty. Creating wealth for my family is my duty. It's my duty, my purpose, my drive in life to do that. So I want you guys to support me in that. If you guys can help me in that, help me help you. Be an investor with us. Let me create wealth for your family so you can leave something to your kids, leave something to the people that you love, leave something to your church. Like go leave stuff to charities, things you believe in these causes. You can do that if you invest in real estate and you do that long term. I promise you, right? That's what we're going to be doing. So I know this is a long video. I appreciate you guys. I get really excited about this stuff because I really, really want you to win. I want you to succeed. I want you to create wealth as a duty for you and your family. Let me go to work for you. Set these goals, set these targets for you. Share them with me. Leave them in the comments. If you watch this whole thing, share it. If somebody needs to see it, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But we are here for you, and I want to keep doing this, and I always will be. Why? Because I'm committed to my targets. I'm committed to my goals and what I want for my family, and I want to do that with you guys. Come and partner with us. All right. Let's talk soon. Go to bell-capital.com. It's in the description. And if you need anything, reach out to me, leave me a comment, let me know what you like. What is your goals that you're going to be setting? How are you going to break your targets down, and how can we help you do that? All right. So let's go. See you soon. Boom.